Welcome to Lights Camera Location with me, Ash. In this episode, we're going to be diving into the world of Steven Spielberg's futuristic action-adventure film Ready Player One. Join me as we visit locations in both London and Birmingham. Are you ready to begin? Then fasten your seatbelt as we explore the exciting locations from Steven Spielberg's Ready Player One. Ready Player One was released in 2018, based on the novel by Ernest Cline. The film starred Ty Sheridan as Wade Watts, Olivia Cooke as Samantha Evelyn Cooke, Mark Rylance as James Halliday, Ben Mendelsohn as Nolan Sorrento, and Simon Pegg as Ogden, the curator of the Oasis. The film follows a group of teenagers set in the future of 2045, living in a dystopian future where most of society live in cramped, worn-out trailers. As an escape, many people switch off from the world by entering a place called the Oasis, a virtual world that exists by putting on a virtual reality headset, donning a custom avatar, and competing with others in various online games and meeting up in social spaces. We follow Wade, who plugs into the Oasis to compete in a series of games. One day, he learns of a special set of keys left inside the Oasis by the curator of the software that, if found, would win James Halliday's entire fortune and ultimately control of the Oasis itself. The majority of the first half of the movie is set in the Oasis and is achieved by CGI, created by Industrial Light and Magic. However, in the second half of the movie, the characters leave behind the Oasis and are plunged back into the real world, where they must meet and become acquainted with their real-life personas in order to be able to stop the threat from the corrupt IOI Corporation. Although the story is set in Columbus, Ohio, USA, the actual filming locations for the movie were actually shot in the UK, in the capital city of London and the industrial town of Birmingham. Birmingham, where most of the real-world scenes were shot, had many of its buildings and streets adjusted to match the dystopian future world. The very first scenes in the real world between Wade and Samantha were shot right here, on the rooftop of the old Typhoo tea factory in Birmingham.
So as you can see right behind me today, that is the former Typhoo tea factory, which has now actually been largely remodeled, as you can see. But you can still see that thing there, which can be seen in the film. But the actors would have stood on top of that building and looked across the city. It's supposed to be in America, but it's actually in Birmingham.
If you do come and check this out, keep your eyes open to see some of the amazing tributes to the late, great Ozzy Osbourne. After obtaining the Jade Key in the real world, IOI drones are sent to search for our characters down a side street. Those scenes of the drone search were shot right here, southwest along Mary Ann Street. Today, this warehouse is now home to the Indian Brewery Company. The scenes where the drones are searching for Helen's van were also shot in this area, right in this space next to the Indian Brewery Company. The chase continues along Livery Street as we see here. This is Livery Street as it is today. Scenes of the IOI van chasing Helen's van were also shot on Livery Street and on many of the surrounding junctions. Later in the movie, we see players from all over the city come together to join in the virtual battle against IOI. Those scenes were shot right here outside St John's Ambulance Building, formerly the Dr. Nelson Memorial Hall. This shot of the players, where we can see skyscrapers in the background, was actually shot in London, over on Ropemaker Street, just off Moor Lane. As you can see, this area of London is virtually unchanged today. Later on, the action cuts to a car driving underneath a viaduct, and we find that the gang have hidden their van inside a yard to avoid the drones. This part of the movie was shot right here, back in Birmingham, in the area of Floodgate Street in Digbeth. Apart from a change in graffiti, the area again is almost the same as it was during filming. As Samantha escapes from the IOI headquarters, she is seen running out of the building onto the street as she begins her search for the group's van. Those scenes outside IOI were shot right here, outside the City Point building on Ropemaker Street in London, England. You can tell it's the same building by the standout entranceway with its futuristic architecture and structure. A very modern looking area of the city, you can see why this area was chosen. It serves well as a backdrop to the futuristic setting of the film. It's also featured in several other movies, including Batman Begins and 28 Weeks Later. We next see Samantha wandering the streets looking for the team's van. Those scenes were shot right here, back in Birmingham, once again on Lionel Street, outside what used to be Lionel House car park. Today, this has now been demolished, where today a hotel now stands. We can tell this is the street, however, due to this building here, as well as the street lamp that hangs over the street. Still the same as it was in the movie. One thing I did notice in this film though, is that ILM weren't very good at hiding the British parking signs in the shots, such as this one here. Maybe the filmmakers left these details in on purpose, as an Easter egg. Who knows? No easy task to film in a real world location, but thanks to the cooperation of the city of Birmingham and London, the filmmakers were able to bring the dystopian future of Ready Player One to life. Thanks for watching everybody. I hope you've enjoyed this insight into the interesting locations from Steven Spielberg's Ready Player One. Thanks again for watching, and thank you for stopping by. If you've enjoyed this video, please leave me a tip by clicking on the thanks button. If you'd like to support the channel even further, why not visit the online YouTube store by clicking the store icon. To stay up to date with all the latest videos, please remember to like and subscribe. You can follow me on TikTok and Facebook at Lights Camera Location, and over on Instagram at Lights Camera Location Videos. Thanks for stopping by.